Welcome back to Television 87. Let's jump into it. The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 7. So, I'm going to do the top five main scenes from this episode. So, let's jump right into it. First up, we have Sonya and Sheree. They're sitting after their cryotherapy appointment, just talking about the Beat the Bomb event from the night before. And how it went wrong, how the group was divided. They're talking about Marlo and Candy, and Sonya is kind of like Team Marlo. She, is trying to get across to Sheree that she doesn't really think Marlo's coming from a bad place. And Sheree is telling Sonya, yeah, there's definitely some misunderstandings going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a Gucci brunch. Everybody come in their best Gucci outfits and we're gonna talk this out. And when they were doing this crowd therapy scene, like right before they get into the little nitrogen freezer or whatever, Sheree mentions that Rihanna, Bad Gal Riri, mentioned her in a tweet saying that, oh, she loves Sheree, da 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 da. And in her confessional, and in Sheree's confessional, she calls Candy a hater. Now, let me know what you guys think about that. Do y'all think Candy is a hater? Because apparently Sheree didn't like that Candy was talking bad about Sheree when Candy was really trying to help her. But let's move on to the next main scene, okay? And we see here that this is where Candy is really starting to like get into Sonya a little bit and just express how she is not feeling Sonya riding the fence. She could be neutral and she could be friends with everybody, but Candy's whole thing is like, don't go back and key and be a part of the shade and the drama and then come over here and try to smile at my face. Candy don't like that. But Sonya's whole thing is like, the Candy, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna get in the way of what you guys have going on. I'm gonna be try to be a good friend to everybody. So there at OLG, you see the food. Baby Candy said, bring out all the appetizers. They had all the appetizers. So the Candy was basically like, I'm not about to be effing with you and your homegirls. And Sonny's looking like, what? Me? Why you not effing with me? Why you not effing with me? So after they talk that out, Candy tells Sonya, look, the reason why maybe Marlo is saying that I wasn't more sentimental is because my brother passed away when I was 15. And I'm not super sentimental like that. I'm more of the friend who's gonna give you motivation, the friend who's gonna help you with an opportunity to try to get a bag. I'm that type of friend. I'm not, that other type of friend who's gonna be crying with you and doing all this and that. Yeah, I'm gonna show support, but it's not gonna be a whole bunch of extra going on. So they both shared their sides of the story. Both of them are crying at the end of the scene there. So that's why Candy it just cannot understand why Marlo is coming at her this way. And that's that with Sonya and Candy. So let me know, do y'all think Sonya rides the fence? Yes or no? And should Candy feel a type of way that Sonya is seemingly taking Marlo's side and entertaining the BS and being a part of it? Let me know what y'all think about that. Um, so this scene, I'm gonna kind of come back to this because it's this scene and when um we have this scene actually and this scene are kind of going at the same time. So actually let me get into it because Marlo and Courtney they're having dinner or whatever and Courtney asked $1 million question like, yo, when you had this issue, why didn't you talk about it with Candy however many years ago? And then Marlo says, oh, because I hadn't seen her, which was total cap, y'all. It's cap. Because on the last episode, at the Beat the Bomb, y'all remember Candy had the receipts of Marlo texting her about some cameo and, just calling her candy yams and this, that, and the third, being cool with her, not mentioning anything about I feel some type of way that you didn't do more for me when my nephew died because he previously worked at your restaurant. There was none of that. So this is why Candy is really upset, because it's like, Marlo, you pulling stuff out of your behind to try to come up with this storyline and create this narrative like I'm just some trash friend who don't care about your nephew passing away, which is not cool at all. So yeah, Marlo, and the producers also show that Marlo was at BravoCon. Everybody was there at BravoCon. You had plenty of chances in person, on the via text message. You want to call and pick up the phone, FaceTime. Marlo child didn't do none of that. Didn't do any of that. So let me know what you guys think. We're gonna move on to the next scene now. This was something I really wasn't expecting to be in this episode, but Kenya is talking about she wants to possibly have another child. Her and Mark have embryos together, and she, she's considering it. She's talking to her doctor about, some of the risks and everything, and she's going back down memory lane talking about her birthing experience with Brooklyn. Like, basically, she didn't think she was going to make it. Like, it was not looking good for her at all. But baby Brooklyn is here, and now she wants to give Brooklyn a little, brother or sister. So the producer asks another $1 million question: why would you have another child with him? And Kenya basically says, I'm not married, whatever. Me and Mark have these together. I will want my children to have the same father. So she's thinking about doing what Khloe Kardashian did with Tristan Thompson, having another baby by the man, even though they don't get along. They are going through a divorce, and it's just bad, but you still want your kids to have the same father. Ooh. So let me know what you guys think about that. Man, and Kenya is 40 something. She's closer to, I think she's over 45. So the doctor, and you can see her face right there, the doctor's really telling her like, hey, this is going to be really, really risky. So if this is something that you want to do, make sure you weigh all your options, possible surrogacy or, whatever. But she's going there, you know, she's getting some advice. So let me know what you guys think about that. That was, like I said, that was something I wasn't really expecting to come up in this episode. But I'm glad that they did show Kenya talking about that with her doctor, because I'm sure it's something a lot of black women can relate to. So now, the main event, the Gucci brunch. Okay, and I feel like they're taking a beat from Love and Marriage Huntsville with Stormy and Destiny in that daggone Gucci purse, because now these girls want to be Gucci. And isn't one of these producers on this show somebody who used to work for Carlos King? Because I'm like, why everything got to be Gucci? But anyway, the Gucci brunch. Who wore it best? Okay, Sheree had on her Gucci blazer and pants, black pants. Sonya had her, it looked like cream off white. Courtney had on her little red jacket with the Gucci belt. Candy gave Marlo said Candy looked like she was about to go bowling, and I've seen Candy in this shirt several times. But that's one thing about Candy, she gonna repeat an outfit, and I like it. She ain't afraid to be wearing stuff twice. They said Drew looked like the Gucci handyman. Kenya said she had on Gucci, but it's no labels on this. But the producers tried to say, ooh, that she had a Chanel purse. Try to call it out like not Gucci, but she just didn't have the labels on her pantsuit. And Marlo had the Gucci, looked like Gucci Python print. I don't know exactly what. But let me know who you guys think was the best dress. I actually think you to say what y'all want about Marlo, but I think Marlo was actually the best dressed. So, but let me know what you guys think. Anyway, moving on from the fashions, let's get to the foolery. Before we even get to Candy and Marlo, Candy and Courtney, they squashed their beef. It was a stupid misunderstanding. They gonna start fresh. Kenya basically can't trust Sonya because Sonya went on Watch What Happens Live and did not say for sure that Kenya's butt was not real. Sonya was like, well, I don't know, it could be fake, it could be real. And Kenya didn't like that, so Kenya's like, Sonya, I'm gonna have to see if you're worthy of my trust and my friendship, and we'll just tread lightly. Fine. They get into Marlo's. Marlo tries to talk, and Kenya starts pretending like she's choking. She's like, "Oh, the bullish, the bullish." Da 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 da. Sheree playing into it, trying to do, the damn daggone Heimlich maneuver or whatever. And it's just foolery going on. Marlo can't even really get a word in because Kenya starts over talking, and then Drew starts as well. So Marlo gets upset. She walks out. Sheree goes out to get her. As she comes back in, they try it again. But Marlo is saying, look, Candy, it's not that, I'm trying to attach you to a murder or your restaurant to a murder. I just wanted more help with the funeral. And you see Sheree saying here in the caption that she didn't help with the funeral. That's all Marlo was trying to say. But Candy wasn't having it. Candy wasn't here for it at all. Candy's like, look, you had all this time. You didn't say anything to me. Now you're going to try to come and sit up here and try to make it seem like I'm so terrible that I don't care. And then throwing my restaurant up in there, like it just looks bad all around. So they get to going back and forth. At some one point, Sonya jumps in trying to, stick up for Marlo. And Kenny's like, look, Sonya, I don't need you to be Marlo's lawyer right now. So that was the second time that episode where Candy got into Sonya. And Candy said on her speak on it that Sonya is really started to annoy her on the show and off the show. Especially from that little interview, that little kiki she did with C. King, with Carlos King the other day. So let me know what you guys think about the episode. Those are my 5 takeaways from it. And the one extra thing, Drew in this music video, I guess we'll see how all of that works out. But drop your thoughts down below. Thank you guys for watching the review. If y'all want to check out more of my Atlanta Housewives content, I got 2 videos here for you guys, and talk to y'all in the next one.